Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to Trucker for Hire in ETS2. When I say it's back, it's really back. Two consecutive Trucker for Hire episodes. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Hopefully you guys are as well. For today's episode, we are currently in Sheffield, and I saw that there was a special transport job somewhere here. I'm just not sure which company it's coming from, so I see two here, so we'll go through each one, find where it is. It's a job from Sheffield to Birmingham. It's a special transport job, and we'll be driving in an MAN TGX V8, I believe. So hopefully should have EVR sounds there as well. So we'll pass through DB Schenker and then the lean group. We'll see which one will take us to that job. But before that, let's get into the car and drive there. It is pretty early in the morning, 1 a.m. We almost smashed into that guy. That's fine. We'll find a way through, right? Is it me? Or does the engine, sound louder than before? So hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. I surely am. There we go. It's very different from the usual ones we have. It is quite interesting. So I switched the GPS meters as well. So it now says there's 70. Oh, that's 70 miles now, I believe. My problem now is... oh crap. The speedometer does not really have a miles per hour indicator. It only comes with kilometers per hour, so I'll have to do that on my own. I think 60 miles is around 97. Let's have a look here. 35 miles. Yeah, I guess. So I guess switching to miles isn't really that helpful, huh? If it switches in the GPS but not in the actual speedometer. Well, hopefully once we get into our truck it will be better. And if you're not familiar with this series and you're wondering why the heck we're driving in a car in ETS2, this is Trucker for Hire. We are a truck driver who owns a simple car, the Seat Leon, and we're currently driving to the company where we will be taking a job and we'll be driving one of the company trucks. Not our own truck, but one of the company trucks. And we'll be taking what we can get. So every episode has a different truck, a different route, different setup. And we have a little bit of driving there in the process. How low we are, goodness. That just gives you a very good perspective of how humongous the trucks we're driving truly are. My goodness. Okay, so DB Schenker, let's have a look. This is one. I don't see any special transport route there, so it's probably not that one. Because there should be a different icon if it does carry special transport jobs. So I think it's the second one, the Lind Group. Is that a new truck? I don't see that often. Guess it's one of those newer trucks that came out in, I don't know. Don't quote me which version that is, because I will not be able to remember. Not the best engine sounds, but if you've heard the other car mods out there, you'll actually appreciate how good it is compared to those ones. Okay, I think it's this one. Lane Group. Yeah, looks like it. Yes, that's the one. Special transport. Okay, good. So I will park here somewhere. Go look for the employee parking. Get the truck ready and refueled, and we'll see. And we'll start from there. Should be an MAN. We'll see shortly how that looks like. can we park? That's a good question. I guess somewhere in the back would be fine. Because these are where the loading docks are. I guess we can just squeeze ourselves in here somewhere. I don't see any official parking lot, but as long as we don't hassle anybody, should be fine. Let's maybe stay in the corner here. Even the beeping sound for the reverse has gone. The usual beeping sound that you hear when you're reversing a truck is not here because this is a car. So this is very well done by the author. And if you want to drive it for yourself, as always, it's in the mods list. Right, we park here. I'll catch you guys in a bit when we're ready to do a special transport job, okay? Catch you in a second. There we are. Just doing some final touches. Few more checks here and there. Oh, it's still dark, huh? Yeah, with the winter, the sunlight really is super limited. What the heck is that lady doing? I think she's taking a selfie the wrong way. Okay, fine. Alright. And I think this time we are driving a proper right-hand drive truck. Because I saw a UK flag there. What we will see very shortly. Alright, special transport. Yes, indeed. Okay, so we are on this side. Oh crap, that's not going to end well for us. But fine. What time is it? Still 1:51. Oh crap, okay. So it looks like it will be night driving all throughout. Ah, that's fine. And I think these are EVR sounds. Indeed. Perfect. Okay. These are EVR's V8 sounds for the MAN TGX. I wish I could show you how amazing this looks. Oh, maybe I can do something. Okay, yes, let me see. One sec. I'm trying to think of a way to make it daytime. Okay, I have an idea. Hold your horses. Ta-da! Cheater! I just moved the time a bit. Since in a special transport job we're not really rushing, we have 6 hours to go. We can get there in 3 hours, supposedly. I'm not sure. Maybe I did this wrong. We'll see, but at least you can see the truck better, right? That's for you. What is this flag, guys? I'm familiar with that flag. You let me know, okay? Is that Ireland? Well, you know more than I do. Okay. So, 37 miles, I guess, is the limit, speed limit. And I think this one is properly miles now. Okay, that's good. I can take that. We have to make a very wide turn for this one. And if I learned anything from that last special transport job I took in ATS, I should make use of the entire junction like this. Maybe not. Maybe that was a big boo-boo on my part. What did I hit? Ah, because it's a steerable axle. So actually, the same style will not work. Dang it. Reverse, reverse. Cancel, cancel. This guy is super nervous. I'm not going to hit you. Don't worry, we're not going to hit you. At least not yet. Okay. So I guess we shouldn't give it that much angle. Will this be enough? There you go, that's better. Or not. Come on. Look at me. Diff lock maybe would help. We're not off to a good start here. Crap. Okay. Alright, let's move. Nothing happened, guys. Nothing to see here. Let's get going. Okay, space-wise we're good. And we don't need to worry about the traffic lights. Well, not the lights itself, but the poles more than ever. Make sure we don't hit them. We do have quite a few cars here built up already. Traffic is building up because we took our sweet time to get through. But that's fine, they'll understand. Oh crap, hold it. Okay. That is a pretty tricky bend right there. And you can really hear the engine struggling, huh? V8 power for the win. I think with a steerable axle, what we do is we do a very subtle turn like that. There you go. The angle of the turn should not be too dramatic because the steerable axles will work depending on how sharp your turn is, and the sharper it is, the more the trailer will be kicking out. So I feel so weird driving with this kind of setup, right-hand drive. Feels like I'm on the wrong side of the road, really. Wrong side of the truck. Feels so strange. Is it okay if I occupy both lanes? I guess that is the easy way to manage this. Alright. Massive tech part, 44 tons. Goodness. I think you can handle this somehow. Slow down as well. Sorry, full concentration. Couldn't speak too much. Special transport jobs and me don't really mix that well, but I try to survive. Okay, let's see if I'll hit this guy. Okay, no, thank you. But yeah, I guess if it's a special transport job, Clumsy Logistics isn't the number one, isn't the go-to company, isn't the go-to truck driver, but we'll find a way through. We'll make it work somehow. We'll get there in one piece, one way or another. Okay, there we go. I actually didn't notice I have a polar bear. It's a hanging toy, and you have a couple of different stuff on the cabin. A Viking, Eiffel Tower, and even Monsieur Bibendum himself, the Michelin Man. Didn't know there was that toy, that kind of toy even. A bobblehead, that's Michelin Man. So actually this mod that I'm using, this Quick Jobs tuned truck, is it utilizes most of the mods, most of the DLCs out there. It is not dependent on any other mod, I think, but it is quite dependent on some of the other DLCs. So official DLCs it makes use of. But if you don't have them, I don't think the mod will crash. There will probably be red lines in the console because it will be looking for those DLCs, and if you don't have them, then it will have a red line there. But I don't think the game will crash on itself. So yeah, no worries there. Am I speeding? Yeah, actually I just noticed the speedometer is actually in kilometers as well. Dang it. So if you look here, we're actually, 60 kilometers per hour is 37 miles. So we just have to stick to 60 km, 60 kph. And that should be the perfect speed for our escort right here, so we don't crash into him. This looks to be a pretty chill route, pretty small road. A couple of bends here and there. But hopefully nothing too treacherous. Hopefully nothing like the Mexico Extremo boat scenario, if you guys are familiar with that. Still sends shivers down my spine whenever I try and remember it. But it was fun. Those were fun times. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm actually recording this right after the previous one. Because I was so excited, I was not happy enough with just one episode, so I recorded 2 of them. So if you commented on that, the return of the Trucker for Hire series, I might not have read it yet. So if you requested for a truck or a route and you're disappointed that I didn't do it this episode, don't worry. That's just because I recorded this in advance. Okay, but next episode, hopefully, yeah, I can take that into account. Looking good there. If you hear that engine roar, goodness, the turbo whistle you can even hear. It looks like we're still in the green zone though, so I'm just going to keep it there. And after all, I'm not paying for the fuel. There we go. Have to mind our speed here though. Oh crap. Does tend to change in levels quite dramatically this road. Oh, and oh, this is going to be a disaster. Please no. Thank you. I thought I was going to hit that guy. Yeah, working in bends and with traffic on the opposite side, it's not a good recipe for me. Also, I don't think I've turned on my beacons, huh? Okay, let's turn them on. There you go. Minor details. I mean, I guess if they don't see the humongous box, they won't see the beacons. So this should be okay. But I guess the beacons really help when at night when there's poor visibility. Pump the brakes. Clumsy, Birmingham is where we're going. Very mild turn. Well, look at that, smooth operator. Yeah, a very different turning mechanism. Very different logic for turning in ETS2 and ATS. The trailers are done very differently. Like, they're both called special transport, but they're nothing alike. Europe uses this steerable axle mechanism. For the US, they seem to believe more in the length is wealth. The longer it is, the better it will be. So they add more axles, more dollies, more stuff to balance the weight. And they don't use steerable axles at all. So it's less maneuverable, but I guess more, how do you say? More stable, or I don't know. But I guess they don't need the steerable axles because it's not really, they have wide roads basically, so they don't need to optimize it as much. But here in these small roads where we try to fit everything, we need to be as maneuverable as possible. And even though the steerable axles can be quite tricky to drive, we do tend to use them here because that's the only way you can fit through, by making the most out of that every inch, every centimeter of the road, of the space you have. sort of getting used to the angle now. And as I say that, I'm sure I'll be crashing somewhere. It always happens. Which reminds me, I haven't taken a screenshot yet. It's actually a very nice one. I'll take a shot here. We'll see. We'll worry about it later. Oh, what I need to worry about though is that upcoming junction. Turning right is easy, turning left is not familiar to me with this kind of setup. I think I'll have to stay on the right lane when that happens. I hope no one takes it. If you guys don't mind, I'll occupy this other lane so that when I turn left, I have as much space as possible. That looks more like it. And here, I just do a gradual turn. Actually, that's a very sharp turn. But I didn't see any railings on the other side of the road, so we should be fine. There you go. Sometimes you have to be selfish in order to make it work. Can't mind the other cars too much. Otherwise, you risk putting everybody in danger. Okay. Wait for the rear vehicle escort, surely. Where is he now? There he is. Okay. Actually, we are pretty good in terms of color scheme, huh? Still flashy with the green stuff, but the yellow stuff is actually pretty good for the escort. Color combination. It's a yellow company, looks like. There we go, finally on the highway. Change lane maneuver, surely. Follow your lead. You go on ahead and I'll get right with you. There you go. He turns. Supposedly the back escort should turn as well before I turn, I think. But fine. There we go. Yeah, he starts complaining now. It's more like it. That's beautiful. Okay, I think this is where we take our screenshot. I'm happy with this one. Yeah, sure thing. Front vehicle is running away from me basically. Doesn't want to be anywhere near me. Stay no. It's going to be tricky. When that moment happens, and it will happen, will I have to slow down, and I cannot because of frosty physics, because of how heavy this thing is, and it will not break. Oh, that front escort will be really in for a ride when that happens. So understandably, he's really keeping his distance from me. Oh crap. This will be skimpy. Let's turn to the other lane here. Occupy both lanes. Okay. Let's do this bit by bit. That looks like it. Okay, we're good there. Now in terms of railings, there's only railings on the right side. So at least we don't have to squeeze in so much. Oh crap, don't speed up too much. Looks good. This side, we're okay. Alright. Phew. Okay, we made that work. And now I guess we have to wait for the rear escort again. Okay, I think he's at our back. Good one. Alright, great teamwork, guys. And yeah, the front escort does have its uses. It actually blocked the cars on that other lane, that ramp. Pretty snowy in these roads. Yeah, the left lane actually has just snow. Gee, pretty close to that railing. I think I should keep to this right side more. Okay, I gotcha. Customer expects delivery very soon. Oh no. No, we'll make it. We're almost there. We're in Birmingham now. Oh crap, they're calling us. Because I've been slacking off. I slept on the job so that we have daytime. Oh, ringtone hype. Stop calling me. Okay. Alright, turning right here. So I'll keep on this side. Get as much space as possible. Although I don't think I'll need it. This is a very large junction. Just keep the angle at a minimum like that. And we should be good. Now, turning left, I'll keep on this side. And start turning as early as possible. Will that work? Hopefully I don't kick anybody there from the back. Alright, we're good. Awesome. Man, you really need sight of your mirrors the entire trip here, huh? Thank goodness we have track IR. Well, pressing F2 is actually easier, but it is more immersive. Shoo, okay. And almost there, guys. Final turn. Let's make this right. Let's do this as a steady. Start turning as early as now. Don't kick off too much. There we go. That looks great. Alright. Don't hit anything on the way. Alright, okay, good. From here, just straight ahead. Something like this, I guess. Polar bear is happy. Snow pretty much everywhere. That looks very much in line with where we need to go. More or less. Come on, there you go. Awesome. Oversize. And that is that. Nailed it. Kind of. Let's see if we really did. Yeah, no damage. Just a bit of hurt ego in the beginning. But we made it. Alright. And we're not late. That's the important part. Alright guys. Thanks for watching. Glad you stayed the entire time. If you're still watching this one at least. Please don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, comment and share. If you haven't already, subscribe as well and hit that bell icon, okay? Catch you in the next one, and I'm open to suggestions, comments, trucks, routes, where you want to drive and everything. Let me know in the video comments. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, and Clumsy trucking everybody. Bye-bye.